welcome to today's video. Today I'll be showing you 4 books in one series. These books help me get our reading slump and I hope they help you too. Let's get into the video. Today I'll be showing you Alice Oseman Heartstopper graphic novels. So these novels are set in Britain. They're about 2 British boys who fall in love. One is a rugby star. The other is an outcast at school. He has a group of friends but he still gets bullied. These are great because it's a graphic novel, so it's easy to get through. There's a lot of trigger warnings in here, so I checked the trigger warnings before reading them. But they are awesome. So far she only has 4 out. The 5th one comes out in December. The next book I have to show you is Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. This book centers around a crazy rich family in China where their eldest son, Nicholas Young, goes to America to study, where she meets this American-born Chinese girl named Rachel Chu, who he falls in love with. He brings her back to China for his best friend's wedding, and his mom disagrees with his choice to marry an American woman, even though she is Chinese. She doesn't accept her into the family. It's a funny book. It is so funny. I laughed out loud. All the characters are likable, even the ones you don't hate. You hate to like them, and I hope this book helps you. The next book I have that will hopefully get you out of reading slump is As Long as the Lemon Tree Grows by this author. I don't want to butcher her name. She is Canadian, Syrian, and this book centers, I don't want to mention the main characters' names because I'm going to butcher them, but the main character, who is a Muslim who lives in Syria, it shows her day-to-day life in Syria and her life there and how the war and everything. It really opened my eyes to another part of the world because I live in Canada and there's virtually no war here, so it was extremely eye-opening to know the troubles that other people go through in the world. I read this with my best friend last year and it's one of our favorite books ever. I really want to reread this. I really hope the author does a second one. So if you're looking for a book that is set in a different country, that is funny, that is unique. There is trigger warnings in this, so just be careful. The next book I have is the Canadian classic Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. This book is about a brother and sister who works on a farm. They live and work on a farm together, Green Gables, and they want to adopt a boy. This was set in 1908. The story is set in 1908. So the brother gets in his horse and carriage and he goes to the orphanage to get a 16-year-old boy. But what he doesn't know is he's getting a girl, Anne Shirley. He brings the girl back and they have a week to get rid of this girl and bring her back to the orphanage. But during that week, or however long the period is they have until they get rid of her, Cuthberts, who are the brother and sister who work on this farm, fall in love with Anne and decide to keep her and adopt her as her own. How she came from the orphanage, how she was adopted, how she came to be loved. She goes to school, the friends she makes a best friend. Her kindred Mary is her best friend. And this is love. This is a very good book. It has like 1908 language in it for a younger audience, but anyone can read this book. I highly recommend it. I actually haven't read this copy. This is the Green Gables edition, so I got this in PEI when I was a kid. I have read the picture book version, and I have seen the TV show, so I am very familiar with the story. The next book I have is What If It's Us by Becky Albatari and Alan Severa. So this book is about Ben. Ben goes to post something off the post office in New York. He's there for the summer. With relatives or his family. I read this book quite a long time ago, so I can't really remember. But Ben goes to the post office and he runs into Arthur, who's carrying this box full of his ex-boyfriend's stuff, who he's mailing back to him. And Ben can't stop thinking about Arthur, so he posts about Arthur on the bulletin board in a cafe to see if he can try to find him. They spend the first good half of the book trying to find each other. Once they find each other, they become friends and a relationship blossoms. This is a great book. There's no trigger warnings in this book. It is a gay romance. It is one of my favorite books. It is such a clever idea. It is dual written by both authors, which I think is very, very clever. These are all the books that I recommend that if you're on a reading slump, they will help you get out of the reading slump. They're all easy to read. They're all light reads. This one, as long as 11 Short Girls, is a little heavier, and Anne of Green Gables, just because of the text, the wording they use is a little heavier, but the overall story is easy to learn. What books has helped you down in the comments get a reading slump. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!